I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't.
What's up, guys? Masta Styles here, back with another Eternal Evolution video. And today we're going to be talking about the heroes that's going to be on the wishlist banner. But first, we have to address the elephant in the room, right? And let's go over and check out the patch notes over here real quick. So as you can see there, for some reason, you can't see it. But even though you can't see it, it's in the chat. Kareolis is getting awakened. For what reason? I don't know why. I thought the whole awakening system was for to revitalize old heroes, that hasn't been doing too well. For instance, your Bailey, let's hop over the energy, your Luke, and obviously the person next to him, your Ravenna, right? Those type of heroes, triple S heroes. So they went ahead and skipped the line and jumped to SP heroes. So let's hop over here. So let's look at the SP heroes real quick, and then I'll talk a little bit about kind of a suggestion on how they can cater a little bit to free to play, right? So let me hop over to my SP hero. So first off, I don't have the Vanguard. I don't have Heindel. I'm close. I'm very close to getting him. But again, that's 13 and, that's neither here nor there. I do have a copy of Artemis, which is, literally a stat stick for endless battles. I slap Artemis in there to get that extra bonus points. That's literally it. Kareolis is the one that I've done the most with. I have her at legendary, and what, I'm not going any further. I'm just not. I don't see the reason why. She's decent here, but then they decided that they want to wake her up because she's getting worked. I think that's probably what it is. She's getting worked by the summoner team, but again, if she's maxed out and she's around the right pieces, that summoner team will still lose. So I don't understand that. But to my suggestion, what they should do is utilize this. Please utilize this here. Put a game mode in here where we can acquire some astral tickets and some shards. You don't even have to do the whole soul nucleus stuff. Open up a whole store and along the lines of that, or add in here, let's utilize this too, add in here the ability to acquire, maybe 5 shards for the whole week. It's better than nothing, because again, the only way you can acquire those shards is through doing the summons over here at the actual mirror. So for me, I'm like, okay, how do you go about it? Now you're gonna have to choose between getting the hero and the shards, and then next they're gonna add another one, and then you got, it's just when it comes to the SP heroes, it takes far too long for even a player that, even if you spend money on the game, it takes too much for you to even acquire one copy of these heroes. So that's that. Let's just move on to the heroes that we're actually going to talk about today. Hey, people are going to be upset. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Again, free to play, pay to win. It's 2 different paths. That's the way I see it. One takes less time. One takes time and patience. So choose your path. And there is another third path, which is quitting the game altogether. That's another one. But I'm going to leave that up to you. So now we're going to go over and we're going to talk about the 3 heroes that's going to come to the wishlist banner. And first up, I want to talk about Kara. Where is Kara? Kareolis. So Kareolis, right? I remember when he came out, I thought he was going to be the next Northeon wrecking stuff. For me right now, I have my Kareolis at Immortal EX30. He's one of those heroes that I got him to Immortal, got him to EX30 as soon as he came out, right? The gears you want to run on this guy is Surge with Sun Signet, attack on the boots, attack on the helm, and crit rate on the gloves. I didn't really try any other gears. Originally, I was thinking Resonance to get that ultimate out quick. One thing I do like about Kareolis is he has that passive at the beginning of the battle. So at the start of battle, Kareolis protects the middle and back row by creating an Abyss Storm field for 9 seconds. I didn't even realize that. It's only the back and middle row. So this whole time I thought it was protecting the whole field. I completely missed that. Wow. Ally heroes with the Abyss radius takes 24% less damage. Any charge into the Abyss radius will be interrupted. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does not work. And once you get Kareolis to what, Legendary 4, I think that one is, all ally heroes restore 10 energy every second in the Abyss radius, right? And the Storm Field enhancement, when the Storm Field ends, it explodes, dealing damage to all enemies while also knocking them back. I don't really think that they need to buff that damage, because sometimes you don't even notice it. If the enemy team has Purin, that just goes away. It just literally goes away, because it doesn't. I never even noticed that doing any damage at all. The knockback I noticed, but for the damage I don't notice. So he's going to be on the wishlist banner and also in the Giant Tower. So if you don't have Kareolis and your energy team is lacking, he does bring that to the table, and I do have him on my tier list because of his passive. You know, he'll interrupt Teresh's throw. I think that's the big one there. The Vanguards, they're gonna rush in eventually. You can only stop them for but so long, right? And that's pretty much it for Kareolis. Again, he does decent damage. His damage tapered off a little bit now, I noticed that. And again, we'll talk about who will choose closer to the end of this video. Up next, we have one of my favorite characters in the game, Teresh. When Teresh came out, Teresh changed the game, man. Throwing people in the back line, which I always say for Teresh is that's his strength and that's also his weakness. Because if you are a newer player and you pick up Teresh, you also have to be aware that he could be a great frontliner, but the problem is you need somebody who's going to survive the throw. And if the person in the front line with him ends up dying, chances are he's going to throw your support over there, because I think it says the person with the highest health. Oh, it says at a certain point in battle, Teresh throws an ally hero onto the enemy battlefield, dealing damage to surrounding targets. When there is no layers of totem shield, Teresh gains a guardian save. That's not what I'm looking for. Where is it? This effect is equivalent to a charge. See, that's what I said. Kareolis interrupts that. Targets also become immune to control. I didn't even know that. Man, this is what I'm saying. Sometimes I don't go back and read these skills because I'm like, off of the initial impression, that's what I know. This one right here, here it is. If there's no ally in the same row, Teresh throws the ally with the highest HP. Exactly. Like I said, he will throw your support if you're not running a team that has high health. So your support would probably be the one that gets tossed over there if the person in the front or wherever next to him dies before he does the throw. But all in all, I like Teresh. I do. I'm a big fan. Gears to run on Teresh. I run Vigorous HP with Opportunistic HP. This as much HP as you can get on this guy. Throw it at him. He needs that. That's what makes him good. Once you get him to the EX30, he gives the back row an additional 15% increase to their max HP at the beginning of the battle. So kind of want to make sure when you're setting up your back row. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's hop over to arena real quick. No, that's not arena. Where's arena? Here. So hop over to arena, go to my defense. You see back here I have Panda and him, so they're both going to be benefiting off of that. So whoever you have back there, you kind of want to play off of that. And the cool thing about this is because Mazarani's here, he also gives an additional 20% increase to your max HP in PvP and a shield to the people in the back row. So that means that Teresh is going to throw Panda with a shield on. So again, I like this team. I'm at the point now where before I used to check to see who attacks me. I don't pay attention to it anymore. I don't even look at it. Somebody beat me here and somebody lost. What did he do to beat me? Let's check it out. He beat me with summoners, interestingly enough. All right, let's see how this goes. So he has no support and we lost. I don't understand it. How did we lose this? I don't get it. But one thing worth noting about tanks, if they get stuck on the summoners, then it's over for them. Dude, what is this guy's summoners on? My goodness. There's no support over there. Oh, they're all Immortal 5. Wow, that's interesting. The fact that they actually lost. There was somebody on Facebook saying that summoners don't beat anything. Well, apparently they beat this. And wow, I'm surprised. What level is that Dan? My goodness. What level is this Dan? Oh, Awakening 10. Of course. I see why. I see why they lost. You gotta understand that my Panda's only 2. So of course, if it was maxed out Panda and Teresh and Wam, you're not doing none of that. But again, kudos to his summoner team with no support. Beating us. Nice. Love to see that, right? Love to see that the summoners are winning something. But to go back to Teresh a little bit, we'll talk more about him because again, for newer players, just be mindful that with his throw, you want to make sure you put somebody who can actually handle the damage they're going to deal with once they get over there. So throw your Panda, your Nord. He also worked very well on the Vanguard team because with Vanguards, your supports are left by themselves, so they really don't have no protection. So he does the throw and he can stay in the front and soak up some of that damage. He has great defense in terms of his damage reduction and the totem shields that he get. But that's Teresh in a nutshell. As for Teresh, I'm leaning more towards him, but the next person we're going to talk about is Rebecca. So with Rebecca, originally when I got her, I wasn't even doing that strategy yet where I get the new hero, take him to Immortal EX30. I wasn't doing that yet. So I had to wait a little bit to get her to EX30. I didn't even have her at Immortal for the longest time because I never really saw the use case, but I've been using her a lot more. Ever since this game mode came out, her value shot up for me. With the Panda situation, her value shot through the roof because that single target damage. I never really thought to even use her in like other events and stuff like that, but her single target damage is just so good. So if you don't have Rebecca, you definitely want to pick up a copy, and she don't come around too often. That's one thing I noticed about her. I think this is her 4th appearance, if I'm remembering correctly. But again, with her, one thing you want to do is you want to get her to 300 attack speed. Anything more than that, somebody pointed that out. I had a whole lot I think I had over 600. Somebody was like, you know what? You don't need all of that. You just need pretty much 300 attack speed and she be all set. Actually, you can even go as far as 100, and if you're running Rizeris will give you that additional 200. So that way you can focus less on getting attack speed on some of these gears, and that's just another way to go about reaching that threshold. So you want to run Unleash on her. The other option is Gluttony, but again, Gluttony cannot be tampered yet. I don't know why, but Gluttony doesn't have the ability to be tempered. You could utilize Zephyr to get those additional attack speed. So you run Zephyr Boots, which gives you 200 attack speed, which you don't even need to run Zephyr anyways, because here I didn't even run attack speed on her here. I just did attack and attack here and crit damage on the gloves. But one way to go around it is to put attack speed here. If you run Rizeris, just get up to 100, and once you put the boots on, you'll get that. But I figure, so you go with Unleash because you will get those additional bonuses. There's no need to put attack speed on the boots. It is better to utilize attack, if that's what's going to help ramp up her damage. And you can go Overload. Only reason why I have Overload here is because I don't have good Sun Signet boots. So actually I have Sun Signet boots, but I don't have crit rate on Sun Signet. That's why I'm running Overload. Yes, her crit rate is low, but again, it all depends on your gears. So make sure her crit rate is as high as possible. For me, I was focused more on her attack, getting that damage out. You want to get her to EX30, you do, because those barriers that she gives in the beginning generate energy. So you want to make sure you get her to an EX30. You will get the additional damage amp and the additional attack. Here's your opportunity to pick her up, get a copy of her, and she's going to help you in underform content. Also, Guild Expedition to get that true damage out the way so you can get those coins. And she works well with the other hunters. She's the support for the hunter team, and she does amazing damage. So for me, if I had to choose between the three, let's see if I can give me 1 second here. I'll get all three of them lined up. All right. A lot of shuffling around just to get this right here. So if I had to pick between the three, and for me, I'm going to be a little bit biased because I do have an extra copy of Rebecca already. So I would summon for Rebecca. Chances are I'm not going to, because the other reason why you would do the summoning is because you would get the soul crystal for, where is she? Let me pull her up. Rizeris. Again, my Rizeris is already Awakening 7, so there is no need for me to do that because I would have to bring her to Immortal 3 to even utilize that. So I'm going to save my tickets that I have for the next hero, and I'm starting that already. A little bit behind, but I will pick up that Jane hybrid, and I can't remember how much I have obtained from the last summoning for the wishlist banner. I completely forgot. Normally I would do 20, so that way when I do it I get to pull, but I don't remember what I did. I think I might have summoned for Sam and ruined that whole thing. So again, with those three, it all depends on your account and what situation you need them for. Teresh is great. Rebecca is also great, and also Kareolis for PvP. Also, when you look at the three of them, this is actually one of the wish lists you want to summon on, but whenever it's this good, just know that coming up, the next hero you're probably going to want to get, and I'm thinking it's going to be a support. Hopefully they don't ruin that and make it a Terran support, please. Terran support, just saying. Because I feel like even though they're awakening Caraxia, there's going to be an awakening for Bailey. Just see it coming. Or maybe they'll throw us for a loop and do awakening for an energy hero. So either way, on the 28th, I want to say, is when the next Awakening hero should be coming out. So if you feel mad about Paraxia, let me know down in the comments. How could I forget? We're getting close to that 500 mark. We're getting there. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. And for those that are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. And the word of the day is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Man, that is the word. Just to see if you made it this far into the video, comment that down below. And for those that's been rocking with me, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, share the channel. All of this will help out with the algorithm. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.